Hello my friends, welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. This is episode number 88 and I'm actually doing this breakfast episode not from home like I usually do in front of my breakfast, but rather in the middle of a gallery. I am here at the Dorothea Thiel Gallery in South Suburban College, south side of Chicago, and I am here in the middle of a show by Daniela Kovacic, and it's called Day by Day. So it's a perfect show to talk about building a body of work, how to build a body of work. So that's episode number 88 of Breakfast with Sergio. So my friend, how do you build a body of work, right? That's the big question that many artists sometimes, as they begin their career, ask, so Sergio, how do I build a body of work? Does that mean that the work has to be the same? Does that mean it has to be the same size? How do you define building a body of work that's consistent? Well, to me, building a body of work that's consistent is about, creating work that doesn't necessarily have to be the same. It has to have a thread of meaning, it has to have a thread of continuity from word to word, but does not necessarily have to be the same thing, does not necessarily have to be, exactly the same idea. It could be, a body of work could be made, in a short period of time, or it could also be a very large period of time in which that particular body of work is built. So when you think about building a body of work, you really got to think about, the consistency, the progression from one piece to another. And I really enjoy actually looking at bodies of work where there's progression, where there's a sense of, seeing how the artist has evolved over time. Versus seeing the same work or the same idea repeated over and over and over again, just changing a color or a background or what have you, but rather seeing the maturity of the artist throughout the process in the building of that body of work. So I'm going to show you here right now some pieces by Daniela Kovacic that I think are really make the point of how to build a body of work that has consistency, but it's not exactly, again, the repetition of the same idea. So I'm going to switch my camera here right now in a second. All right, so I am here now looking at the work, and in this particular body of work that Daniela has on this show is about kind of like the mundane, the day-by-day activities that we all do. In this case, you have like dressing, right? Getting ready in the morning, the routine of the day. So she has, for example, this triptych, which I really love. This is almost like a self-portrait. It's a self-portrait, not almost, but it's a self-portrait of the artist in the daily routine. Each piece has doubles, right? It's the same person here twice, and I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see it better. It's a beautifully painted, beautiful works. But so here we have one, right? The process. Here you have the second one. Here you have the third. Whichever way you want to see it. You can see it from left to right or read it right to left. It's the same idea of the monotonous, the repetition, the things that happen on a daily life without us really paying too much attention to that. Here the next work that's here, also by Daniela, it's another kind of a mundane scene, right? Where the same figure, the same person is dressing herself. One is kind of in the on the action of putting the shirt. The other one is just kind of sitting, waiting, staring at the viewer. But again, it's that monotonous, that ordinary act of putting ourselves, the clothing, the persona that we are going to be seen by, the persona that we're going to embrace on that particular day, right? So when you think about it, we are judged by what we wear. So they become or wearing clothing becomes kind of a mask for who we want to be. So here's another one, again, where there's two figures, right, and they're both in the act of dressing. And here's another one where actually this one has three figures. It's the same person, right? You see it in three different poses as well in the process of dressing up. So here you have, my friend, this is a great example of what I would think of a body that has consistency, a body of work that has consistency. At the same time, there's uniqueness within each piece. It's not a repetition of the other. Here the thread is on the idea, right? Here the thread axial is on the idea, in the cohesiveness of thought that transcends from one work into another. Right behind me there are other pieces which are a bit different, but again these ones have to do with, there are kids, there are child, which are represented on each of the works in different ways. These ones speak again about other reality, sense of identity, and so on. So again, there's that in both walls, as we see them side by side, definitely you can read that sense of consistency between the work here and also as you see it right there. So I think this kind of gives you a pretty good idea of what I think, or what I mean when I say a body of work that has consistency over time. So here you go, my friends, just a little bit, inside the show here of Daniela Kovacic at Dorothea Thiel Gallery in South Suburban College for the month of September, October 2018. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the gallery, of her beautiful work, again, as it relates to building a body of work. So, as you think about your own career, as you think about building your body of work, think about how one idea connects to the next, how what keeps your work together as you build a body of work. And it's okay to build various bodies of work. You don't have to have the same body of work in your career. You can do multiple ideas as well and build a body of work based on a specific idea, specific thought, a specific concern that you have as an artist. So it's pretty awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this breakfast with Sergio. Share with your friends. And don't forget to follow me on the Instagram at Sergio Gomez Projects, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me, subscribe to the podcast, and if you want to check more resources for artists, just go to theartistnextlevel.com, and I hope to see you again in the next episode of Breakfast with Sergio. Have a great day. Bye.